Hey Team DSF, this is your girl Tanaya-Marcia Silhouette, and I'm sorry I started a couple minutes late, but we are in the middle of bringing in two new business partners. We're actually at their house here, beautiful. I'm in their sunroom right now. Thank you. So this training that we're doing this week is geared towards how to get started in network marketing. And Lance and Miss Terry, they're going to join me in a minute. They're finishing up with our new business partners because we're in the middle of basically an all-day training with them, getting them ready to make some money. But I wanted to give an overview on how you get started. Maybe you're on my page and you're not yet in network marketing and you're trying to figure out what you need to do, where to start, and then once you get in, what do you do after? Most companies are similar in the way we structure things. So I'm just going to keep this as generic as possible. I'm not going to name any companies, my company name, or anything like that. So one of the first things that you need to think about when you're considering getting started in network marketing is what company you want to pick. You know, it needs to be something that I feel covers the 6 key components of a great investment, okay? So you want a company that is a legitimate company, okay? There's a lot of companies out there that are scams. You don't want to get involved in those because you're just going to be throwing your money in the trash. So one of the ways to know whether or not a company is legit is to see if they're publicly traded. Not saying that private companies aren't legit. There are some. But if you're putting your money into a network marketing company, there's enough out there that are publicly traded that I personally feel you should pick from that. So check to see if they're publicly traded. Check to see, if they are publicly traded, what are their financials? Do they have a good corporate team behind them that can help them grow? How are they doing? Make sure their company is sound and solid. The reason why you want a publicly traded company is because they get scrutinized by the government to protect you, the investor, as well as the company itself. So when you're putting your money into this business that it's going to be a sound investment based on legitimacy, of course. Another thing you want to look at with your company is whatever the products are that or products or services that you're selling. Make sure it's something that you believe in, something that you would actually use yourself, and something that you can stand behind morally or whatever. Because if you're trying to sell these things to other people and you don't believe in them, it's going to come off in your presentation and your customers aren't going to take you seriously. The first thing they're going to say is, well, if you're not even using these products or services, why should I? So it should be something that you can back. Another thing that you want to look at when you're considering joining a company is, what are the trends happening? Are these things like leading, in the market? Like, are these something that people are moving towards, or does nobody need them anyway? If you're selling products, is this something that everybody's been asking for? Is this something where you can bring in business partners and they can be successful just like you? Are people looking for a way out, and does this company provide that option for them? If those are the case, then yeah, this might be something you can invest in because you can get a return on your investment by bringing in business partners and growing your business. Okay. Another thing you want to look at is compensation. Okay. What is the compensation plan for your company? There's different types of compensation plans. Look at how you get paid. Does everybody at the top get paid and nobody at the bottom makes money? How long is it going to take for you to get a return on your investment? And then as you continue to grow your business, what are some of the things that this company's compensation plan does to make sure that you are continuing to grow your business and get wealthy and healthy and all of that from it? If you don't have a good financial plan, you're not going to be successful. Okay, so you have to think about it. Like, in the next 5 years, where is my investment going? Am I going to get a return? Am I not? Do I have to jump through hoops? What is the compensation plan? Make sure you fully understand that and ask the person that is bringing you into the business to explain that to you. Okay. And then another thing that you want to look for, let's see, I covered products, company, trends. I know I'm missing one. Here. Okay, I'll get back to that when I figure that one out. But that's some of the things that you want to look for. Now, when you join the business, okay, when you invest your money into the business, now you got to figure out, what do I do now? I have this business. I'm officially a distributor. Now what? This is what we're going through right now with the people in this house. One of them is staring at me right now. Okay. So, when you join a business, you need to set a business plan. Okay. That includes a marketing plan, a financial plan, as well as what your business hours are. Okay. Most of the time when we get into network marketing, we usually have a 9 to 5, or maybe we don't. But most people have things going on in their lifestyle, whether it's a 9 to 5, or maybe they're a parent, or maybe they have hobbies that they've been doing. Whatever you were doing before you joined this business, you have things that you do during your life. We're not saying that you got to stop those things just because you're in this company. So now you got to figure out, how do you fit this business into my lifestyle that I'm already dealing with? You know, we're not saying you got to do this 24/7. So you need to set your business hours. I would recommend, think about the frequency that you repeat things. If you do the same thing every week, then set a weekly plan. If you do the same thing every 2 weeks, every month, whatever, whenever that changes, you need to set a plan for that block of time. So for simplicity, we'll just focus on a weekly plan, okay? Every Sunday, you're probably doing the same thing. Every Monday, you're probably doing the same thing, etc. So set your hours. Include things that don't involve the business. If you know that, you know, every Tuesday you like to go hang out with your friends from 5 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock for happy hour or whatever, doesn't mean you got to give that up. Put that in your business hours. You're probably not going to do your business then. Or maybe you can incorporate it into your happy hour thing. Maybe you can share it with the people there, whatever. But if that's your time to like relax and not think about anything else, put that in your business hours. I know every Tuesday from 5 to 6, I'm not going to do the business. But, you know, from 6 to 7, I might have some downtime driving back and forth from wherever I came from. You could probably make some phone calls and share your business opportunity with people there. Same thing as training. Every Sunday, my company, for instance, we do weekly training calls. I do my weekly training on this live stream. So I know from 6:30 to 7 o'clock, I am training. I am training my team, and I am also learning. And then from 8:30 to 9:30, I'm listening to my mentors, and they're training me. That is part of my business hours, because that training that I get or I give is going to help me to grow my business, because I'm helping my business partners grow by doing this training, and I'm learning from my mentors at 8:30 to 9:30 to help me grow my business. You need to block that off. Now, if you sleep 8 hours a night, put that on there. Do you need to sleep 8 hours a night? If you feel like you do, put that on your business hours. If you find maybe I can sleep only 7 hours so I can spend an extra hour to make some phone calls, send out some text messages, and help, you know, share my business opportunity with new people, then put that in your business plan. The reason why I'm being really anal about this is because if you don't have structure, you're not going to do your business properly. You're going to go a week, 2 weeks, and then a month's going to pass by, and you're going to wonder why you didn't make any money. It's probably because you didn't structure your schedule to fit this into your lifestyle. Like I said, you already had a life before this, so you need to learn how to incorporate this business into your lifestyle to make it realistic. When you bring on new business partners, this is like one of the number one complaints. They say, oh, I don't have time. I don't know when I can go to these meetings, or I don't know when I can talk to people, or I don't know anybody. But they have a phone with like 200 people in their phone. And, you know, if you would have blocked off some time during the week to go through your phone databasing, right, then you can pull out some contacts out of your phone. Okay, and then plan on your calendar. Okay, I'm going to talk to this person on this day at this time. And then I'm going to talk to this person on this day at this time. Make those phone calls. If they don't answer, write that down in your notebook. Okay, they didn't answer. I'll follow up with them tomorrow. Or maybe they did, and now you can set an appointment for them to sit down with you or get on the phone with a business partner and share the business with them properly, right? So that is something you need to write down. You should have a planner with you that you take everywhere with you. I'm not going to tell you how to make the planner. I don't care if it's 8.5 by 11. I don't care if it's a tiny notebook you put in your pocketbook. I don't care if it's something in your phone. Whatever you realistically know, you are willing to carry with you everywhere you go. So whenever you bring in new contacts, you can plug them in. If you have an app, and you can share the opportunity, you can track, hey, this is what happened when I talked to them. This is the day and time I need to follow up with them. You need to write all of this stuff down and create a system that works for you. Some people use index cards. Some people use books, whatever. Figure out what works for you in your lifestyle. Now, another part of your business plan, right, when you're getting started, is planning your events. Now, last week I went over event planning tips and how to plan your events, so you can look at that training after this is done, but you need to put that in your plan. Am I hosting weekly events? Am I hosting monthly events? Am I, doing calls every couple days, launch calls that are like 10, 15 minutes long? That's part of your business hours. You need to incorporate that and plan your events. Then you need to block off time. When are you marketing events? Are you using social media? Are you scheduling posts? Are you manually going out and passing out flyers? That all takes time away from your day. You have to plan that in advance so that you can stay on track, okay? This is what helps you grow your business when you're getting started, because when you first join the business, that is the key time for you to really launch this thing and let everybody know, hey, I just started this thing. I want you to come with me. Here's the information. Come to my meeting. That's the fastest way you get a return on your investment, is open your mouth and share this with everyone. And you got to schedule that. And the person that brings you into this business needs to train you on how to properly do that for the company that you're in. But generically, this is how it goes. For most network marketing companies, is similar. There's just certain things that one company might do differently than another. But at the end of the day, it's all about structure and learning how to incorporate this into your lifestyle so that you can be successful for you. And sometimes it's different for each person. Like I said, some people have more time than others and some don't. There's people that I know that have joined the business and they only had 45 minutes out of the day to do their business. But as they started achieving success, they were able to take away more hours from other things and add that to their business because they were getting money. So it kind of balanced it out. Like if you work 3 jobs, you might not have time. But as you start getting money, you could probably quit one of those jobs and spend that time with your family or spend it more on growing the business and balance it out, you know? So that's another thing. When you do your business plan, you need to re-look at it every 6 months at the minimum, okay? As your lifestyle changes, adjust your business plan, all right? That includes your marketing, that includes your financial plan, etc. And one thing I want to mention about finances, you just put all this money up to invest in your business. What you also need to do is budget for your expenses, overhead costs, okay? Most network marketing companies have overhead costs, whether it's $200 a month or whatever. But you also got to include your training events. Local training events cost money. You know, whatever your company has, they might do monthly trainings that cost $25. You got to put that in your budget. You need to think about your corporate events that happen maybe every quarter. You know, you got to plan your airfare, your hotel, the registration for those events. Think about that. Think about how much money you're spending on gas when you're driving up and down the road to these meetings or these trainings and you're going to meet people to share the opportunity with them. All of that you need to write off on your taxes. Track those expenses, budget for it. Don't let I don't have money be the reason why you don't do your business. Because guess what? If you don't do your business, then you're not going to get money. Right? So you need to sacrifice, take money from somewhere else that you don't need in your life. Maybe you can get rid of a hobby for a while, or maybe you can figure out something, go over your budget and figure out a financial plan for the next 6 months, the next year, the next 5 years, and see how can I grow this business? What do I need to put up front? And then as you start making money, you can pay yourself back, okay? Because you should be separating your business expenses from your personal expenses, okay? So that's another thing that you want to put in your business plan and how to get started. One of the other things that you need to think about is when you start bringing in new business partners, you're going to have to dedicate time to them. Now it's different. So now you're a leader in the company. Now you're growing your team. You had to set aside hours for yourself. Now you got to set aside hours for your team. Like I'm on this training right now. This is for my team and anybody else that gets on. You need to set aside time to train your team. Getting started training with your business partners is going to take a couple hours, okay? And they need you to show them everything that you've learned. If you need to sit down with them and show them how to database, if you need to sit down with them and show them how to make a phone call the right way according to the way your company does it, you need to block off time for your team, okay? That is your responsibility to make sure they're successful. If they're not successful, you won't be successful. You brought them into the business, you got to set them up for success, just like the person that brought you in is setting you up for success. So that's another thing. Once you start growing, you have to adjust your business hours again to accommodate them. Once again, you also need to block off time for your own personal, whatever you want to call it, like your spiritual time, or, you know, like your meditation or whatever, or times when you're not necessarily doing the business. Don't forget about your family. You know, you make sure you spend time with your children or your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever your loved ones are. You know, make sure you spend time with yourself. Make sure you block off time when you can actually learn a little bit about network marketing, learn about leadership. Read books. You should be reading or listening to some kind of audio daily, something motivational that's going to help you grow as an entrepreneur, help you grow as a better person. You need to block off time for that as well. Okay, you need to block off time to deal with your mentors. You should find a mentor in the business. That is one of the other things you need to do when you get started. Find somebody in your company who is more successful than you are, right? Which is everybody at the moment because you're new. But find somebody that's at, one of the higher ranks that you connect with. It has to be somebody that you naturally connect with and you bond with, and they have the time for you. And ask them to be your mentor. Ask them to help you. Maybe you have like a weekly phone call with them, or maybe you link up with them at the end of the month to go over how the month went. Somebody that can lift you up when you're frustrated and everybody's telling you no and you're messing up because you're new to the business. You're not going to be great when you start out. You're going to mess up. Okay, you're going to totally jack it up, and that's fine. But you need somebody to be your support system when that happens, somebody that's more experienced than you and that's successful, okay? So that when you start messing up, they can tell you, hey, this is what you're doing. Maybe you should try it this way, because they've been there. All right, find a mentor that you can contact on a regular basis, put them on speed dial so they can help you grow and cut that learning curve a little bit. Okay, everything that they went through, they can tell you that, and maybe it'll help you not have to go through the same crap that they went through. Okay, so that's very important. Now, I'm going to ask you a question real quick. What do you think so far about this? Do you have any questions? You're new to the business. I'm talking to one of the new business partners here. You want to sit next to me? You're just getting started, right? Everyone, this is Alex. Say hi.
Hello.
You're just getting started. So what are some things that you would like to know to help you get successful in general? I know I just threw a whole bunch out there at you.
Pretty much just getting a solid foundation. The best successful steps to go versus me having to, come up with my own creativity. I want to know, what's been successful for you and build off of that.
Okay, that is a great question, actually, because I know for my company, and it should be the same for most, one of the good things, that was the other thing of the 6 key components that I missed. He put it right there on the head right there, is a system. You gotta have a system, okay? So our company, like I said, I'm not gonna name it, but we operate off of a proven plan and a system, okay? So that a blueprint. So anybody that's joining this business has the tools that they need to be successful. So I just talked about all of these mentors and people that are supposed to help you, but at the end of the day, even if that's not right there yet, even if you're not getting support from your upline or your enroller, you should have a proven plan that comes with your business in network marketing that shows you a blueprint on how to get started. You read that blueprint, you follow that system. If you've been on my training for the last couple months, I discuss CTE, Connect Tool Event. I discuss core habits. I discuss all of these things that you need to do, which is core habits, attend all events, increase your personal volume every month, have at least 200 PV every month, find a mentor, read or listen to audio 15 minutes or more daily. All of these things that I tell you that you should be doing, at least 15 presentations a month. Those are things that anybody in any company can do. If you follow that proven plan, that system, you can be successful. Even if you're not getting support from anybody around you, you find somebody who wants to help you. But if you're doing those things, you should achieve success. So that is a great question. And that's one of the things that we need to make sure that our new business partners are following, so that when you're not there, when you're out doing something else, they can follow those steps and still be successful. And then when they need to reach out to us to help them, we're still there. So that's a great question. And we are going to give you that blueprint. That blueprint comes in your business. And we're also going to show you a digital version of that you can look at until yours comes in the mail. And like I said, most companies have a similar thing. It's just basically, what is your way of doing the business? They usually have it written down. So do you have any other questions?
You threw me out there.
I did. We're adapting and overcoming here.
Let's see. I think I need more information.
Yeah, and see, like I said, he's just like hours into this business, so it's a lot of information that we're throwing at him. And like I said, we're going to continue to train him and our other business partner that he brought in. So once again, like I said, there's certain things that you need to think about when you're getting started. The biggest, most important thing covers it all, which is your business plan. If you are investing in any business, whether that's network marketing or traditional business, you need to have a business plan. Because if you don't know how you're going to do your business, then you don't need to put the money up yet. You know, you need to know, okay, this is how I'm going to market this thing. This is my target market. This is the money that I have right now. This is the money that I'm going to continue to put into it every month, every week, every year, whatever your frequency is. And like I said, your business plan needs to be something that's tangible and that's living. So you want to set that for every week, every 6 months, every year, every 5 years. You need to have goals, projected goals, and then work in increments towards those goals. You know, if you want to make X amount of money in a year, well, then how are you going to do that between now and then? Come up with a marketing plan, come up with a financial plan, budget that money, set it aside on a regular basis, and figure out, okay, I need to talk to this amount of people so that I can hit 15 presentations a month or whatever. Maybe I need to talk to 2 people a day, 60 people a month, right? To get to 15 presentations a month, which might average out to like 1 new business partner a month, and if you're not hitting those goals as the time goes by, you adjust your business plan in real time. Okay, if you need help with that, that's where you talk to your mentor. Tell them, show them your business plan. This is what I've been doing. I've been doing weekly meetings, and I've been doing launch calls every 3 days. I've been doing this and I've been doing that. And if it's not working, then they can sit down with you and decide, okay, well, maybe your invite isn't good. Maybe we need to work on that. When you're new to the business, your enroller should sit down with you and listen to you do an invite in real time to a prospect and tell you, hey, this is how you need to do the invite. Now you try. Let them try in front of you. That's what you're supposed to do. You have to train them to show them, this is how you invite in this company. And then you get them to a third party to give the presentation, show them what the business opportunity is. And then that prospect can make a decision on whether or not they want to get involved. Okay. You need to show them that so that they can get results. Okay. So I think that basically covers most of it. I don't know where the rest of my business partners are right now, so they're still in there with the other person. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. Hey.
I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I don't like to keep you guys' time unless I have something productive to say. So that's just some tips on how to get started in network marketing. This is your girl, Tanaya-Marcia Silhouette, and my new business partner, Mr. Alex. And this is your Team DSF weekly business training. Peace.